Oh, we are so back. Hey guys, welcome to the weekly vlog. If you've been watching my channel for a while, I feel like the weekly vlogs are kind of nostalgic because I used to film them every single week. It was kind of the video that was guaranteed, and then if I had more time, then I was filming kind of a secondary, more structured themed video. And I think just somewhere along the way, I got a little burnt out. I was vlogging or filming every single day, and that can be exhausting. So I took a break from weekly vlogs, and then I feel like I took, a break from just content in general. And then when I came back, I was like, I need to ease my way into it. So I started with the more structured themed videos. But since Vlogmas, I feel like I have missed what the weekly vlogs were, which is essentially a FaceTime call for the week. You're getting kind of behind the scenes if I'm filming other videos, but I'm kind of just taking you along with my day-to-day, but I also don't have the pressure of filming every second of the day like I did for Vlogmas. So I just enjoy them. They're cozy, they're a lot more laid back, less editing, and I still give you reading updates. Even if I'm reading a book for another video, I just leave the more in-depth thoughts for that so it's not repetitive. But in this case, I am reading The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue for another video. Hopefully I'm finding my first 5-star of 2026 with this one, but I'm not going to give you the in-depth thoughts, but I'm still going to let you know I'm reading it, kind of give a little bit here and there throughout the week. But you and I, we are going to start a book today that is more of a nonfiction, so one that I don't rate anyways, so I know that I can give you more in-depth thoughts, so I'm excited to start that on audio later. But today I have off work, so happy Thursday. Starting this randomly on a Thursday, but I'm off work. I have reading I want to get done today. I want to make a lot of progress in The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, and then I also want to go to the library because I haven't been to the library in person in such a long time, and it's something I want to bring back for 2026 because one goal that I kind of created on a whim was I want to read one physical library book every month, and I just feel like that's easily attainable. I set that because I want to make sure I'm going to the library in person. Every time I go, I have the best time. It's like free book shopping. Why don't I do that more often? But I utilize my library a ton with the Libby app with audios and ebooks, but I just want to be better about going in person. So we're gonna get ready for that here shortly. I have made my cup of coffee. This is after breakfast. Very proud of myself. I had a chocolate banana peanut butter protein smoothie, and then I was doing a little bit of reading on The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, and now I've made my cup of coffee because I got kind of cold and I was like, I really want a warm drink right now. So I made this. I'm gonna read for another however long it takes me to finish this cup of coffee, and then we're gonna go to the library. So we just got to the library, and there's nothing particular that I'm looking for, but I feel like there's always a lot more new releases than I expect there to be, so I'm excited to see what they have. I am done with the library, and that was such a success. We'll definitely do a haul when I get home. I'm out of a few essentials, so I want to go ahead and go to the store while I'm already out and about, and then we'll go back home. I am back home, so let's do a Trader Joe's haul first because I need to put this food away. I'm back to having some more fresh fruit in my day-to-day life. So I got a couple apples. I fear that I am someone that will get sick of something, so I'm trying not to just buy 5 to 7 of them, assuming I'm having one a day. I'd rather just get a couple in case I just don't eat them for a couple days and I still have some and they don't go bad. I have been having quite a lot of eggs recently because I've been having my bagel like breakfast sandwich, which I got the Trader Joe's plain bagels. Scared because I am pretty particular with my bagels. Also, these aren't pre-cut, so those like always suck to cut. Do I get a bagel slicer? Like, I don't know, but we're gonna test it out. I did also get some milk because I'm almost out of that. And then every time I go to the store, I like to get some more chicken broth. I use this for Milo's food. I just like put it over his dry kibble, so I like to have that. And then I got these to try, fried olive bites. I think they're new. We'll see if they're good. I also got these black bean and cheese taquitos. I need to check if I have salsa. If not, I feel like I have other things I can use as a dip, but I feel like these are just easy to have on hand when I'm needing a bit of substance, but something like quick and easy to make. Okay, I'm gonna put all this stuff away and then we're gonna do a book haul. Milo was just knocked out the entire time I was gone. Okay, we have a good haul from the library. I ended up picking up 4 books. So let's start with Soul Searching by Lila Sage. I've seen this everywhere, but I haven't had quite the desire to read it until recently. I think I didn't really know much about it, but I'm intrigued and I figure with the library it's perfect to see if I like it. If I don't, I can just DNF it and return it. Hello! This was also in the news section, and this is The Sea Witch by Ava Lee. I haven't seen anything about this anywhere, but I read the back, and it seemed interesting. So, condemned as a witch? Say less. Another book in the news section, I saw Daughter of No World by Carissa Broadbent. I know nothing about this book. However, I've heard the title and the author a billion times. So, we'll see if I get to it. If I don't, I can just return it. The last book I checked out is The Beautiful Maddening by Shay Earnshaw. This is like a comfort author to me. It's never a 5-star feeling, but it's at least a 4-star, and it's just like fun fantasy standalones. I've read, I think, 2 or 3 books by them before, and so I saw this on the shelf and I picked it up. And then I stopped by their bookstore. So every book in Orange County, at least, well, I think in general like California, but Orange County has like the Friends of the Library bookstores. I mean, I think they're in other states, but it's just kind of what we call it here. And I picked up 2 books. I picked up The Other Black Girl. This sounded so interesting to me. Thank you, bud. This sounded so interesting to me. This was something like I picked up second to the #1 book that I picked up, but it just seems like it could be a really intriguing story. From what I've gathered, you have Nella, who is a 26-year-old editorial assistant at Wagner Books, and she's essentially the only Black woman working there. And then they do hire Hazel, Harlem born and bred, and she starts working in the cubicle next to her, but then like events start to happen and she feels like there's more at stake than her career, and I'm not entirely sure. I skimmed the back, it was interesting, and I just wanted to pick it up because I actually needed it to be over $5. So this was $2 and the other book was $4. Book 1 in Zodiac Academy. Yep. I know all my friends watching this are like, thank God she has book 1, maybe she'll finally read it. I own the ebook and I own the like audio for book 1. So maybe I'll get to it sooner than later, but this is exactly what I would have wanted. If I didn't get it as a gift, I would have wanted to buy it secondhand somewhere, so I'm glad that I officially have it. So this is my entire haul. I'm gonna eat some lunch, and then Milo has been pretty much cooped inside the last few weeks. For those that have been like following along, he basically hurt his paws. It's confusing. And so we've been kind of on a bed rest as much as you can with an 8-month-old puppy. He's 8 months, isn't that crazy? So we did have a setback recently. He was getting better. He played. We have a setback. So we're back to basically no playing, like with other dogs and stuff. Like I can't play tug of war and stuff with him here, but we can't really do the normal stuff. So I figured it's so nice out finally. It has been so gloomy and rainy and just like muddy everywhere the last several weeks. So I want to go ahead and take him just like outside, and we're going to work on patience as well, because something he doesn't do super well at is like settling in public spaces. He just wants to sniff everything. So I think this could be a really good opportunity where we're not able to just like go on a long walk, but we can go to a nearby park and we can just like sit and observe. And I need to practice patience at him wanting to constantly get back up. So it'll be good for both of us. So I'm gonna eat some food so I'm not hangry. I'm gonna get a treat for him, so maybe that can help settle him and distract him to like lay down for a little bit out in public, but then we're gonna go outside. We're at the park. Milo is currently laying down and eating his treat. We'll see if that lasts. Good morning. It is 7:42. I need to leave here in about 20 minutes to get up to LA for a meeting, but I have to drop Milo off at a friend's place on the way, so it's just like honestly a big detour, but worth it because I can't really take him to daycare with the paw situation. He can't just be out running around all day, so I'm gonna take him there to allow him to be in a comfortable space and also not running around like a madman all day. So I am 50% of the way into The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I just updated the vlog for that. I'm enjoying it. It's good. Listen, it's growing on me so much since the beginning chapters. I feel like this is a story that you grow into rather than like this instant obsession. So I'm really enjoying my time with it so far, and I'm hoping maybe I can finish it today depending on when I get back home. We'll see. Last night I did reach the 50%, but I didn't want to update the vlog, so I was like, I'm just gonna stop here and we'll put it down for the night. Like I took a shower, I settled back on the couch. I am on a Stranger Things binge. I think I watched the first 3 seasons. Now that I'm like pretty much done with season 2 after last night, I have the finale to watch, but now that like I am back in it, I think I watched the first 3 seasons before falling off. So we'll see how it goes, but I'm having a really good time with the rewatch. I decided I want to rewatch from the beginning instead of like jumping to where I thought I was at, because I was like, no, there's just so much with this, and I think being able to like watch the episodes back to back, I'm gonna take in a lot more and like see a lot more, and I'm just having the best time. I remember a majority of the first 2 seasons. Well, actually, I remembered a majority of season 1, 50% of season 2. There was so much I was like, I don't remember any of that. And then I think season 3, I'm gonna remember about 50% as well. So I don't know, I'm having a really good time with the rewatch, and it's been nice because I have basically read for like 1 to 2 hours in the evenings, and then I watch, depending on the time, I basically watch until about 9 p.m. and then I call it quits and we go to bed. Except last night, I knew I only had 1 episode left and it's 8 o'clock, but I was like, I think I just want to like take it easy and like start my wind down for like bedtime now, because I knew I had to be up and like out the door earlier today. And it was good. It was great. However, it was so incredibly windy last night, and I don't think Milo's experienced that yet. So he kept like growling at my door, growling just like in general. And I was like, what are you growling at? Like, I was so confused, but then like the wind just was so aggressively loud, and I think he was just like confused about where it was coming from. He didn't like it. It was just like foreign to him, and so I'm hoping moving forward we're a bit more comfortable. I like brought him out to the living room a couple times to say like, no one's here. Made him look out the window like, hey look, it's like windy. And actually the last time I did that, he like settled after that, but poor guy. I think he just like wasn't liking the weather, which I get it because it was loud. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and make a smoothie. I think that'll be perfect for the drive. Fill up my water bottle, make sure I have everything for Milo for the day, and then I will head out. I am so tired. It's 3:30. I just got back home, and I just need an hour to rot on the couch, eat real food, but until I get that energy and courage, we're having a bag of Funyuns and an Olipop crisp apple. Yeah, I had my protein smoothie, which I was great about, and most often with this meeting we have lunch provided, but it just wasn't today, and so I haven't eaten since then because I was just focused on getting back to Milo, getting him back home. So I'm starving and very low energy because of that, so I know like once I eat food, I'm gonna feel better, but I feel so tired right now. The meeting went really well. I spoke for over 2 hours. I am very like mentally exhausted, and then a lot of driving as well today. So I'm looking forward to rotting for the rest of the day, but I do hope I get some reading done later on. But for now, no one talk to me. It is approaching 7 p.m. I have had the best few hours of just rotting and watching random YouTube videos, lying with my eyes shut. I actually read, what were we at before? I think it was like page 220 of The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I'm now on page 281, so read about 60 pages. So made a little bit of progress in that. I'm hoping to finish it realistically tomorrow because my brain's just fried. I didn't think the meeting was going to be as long as it was going to be, and then traffic just made me have to utilize my brain a bit more driving. So between all that, fried. So we're going to hopefully finish it early tomorrow, depending on work. But I have my laptop here because I'm checking a little bit of work stuff tonight, but it should be pretty, like, lazy, which is nice. I want to watch the season 2 finale of Stranger Things. I only have the 1 episode left, so I think we should knock it out now. I have a little sweet treat that I got out, one of the, like, tangerine creamsicles from Trader Joe's, so I'm going to eat one of those and watch the season finale. We have had quite the productive day today. It is already 2 p.m., so not sure where the time went, but I do feel good about this morning into early afternoon. My main goal today was to finish filming for the Finding My First 5-Star for 2026, which we did. So I finished The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue this morning. What a journey that was. So then I was trying to make the call on if I wanted to push myself to edit to have the video go out tomorrow. That's not us in 2026. That's not us. If I want to put the effort into editing, I'd rather the video not go out the day I like thought I would plan for it to, if that makes sense. But we're okay. Maybe I'll finish editing it tomorrow and I can put it out Monday. I'm not as much focused on when I'm putting out videos, but more like filming them and then when they're ready to publish, just going for it. So it's kind of different. That's how I'm starting the year. We'll see if that transitions into a more like, okay, every single day. Because in 2025, I don't know when, but morphed into posting Fridays at 9 a.m. Pacific. But I posted on Sunday and Thursday. And I was going to post tomorrow, Sunday. But I just don't want to push myself to edit. And I do have plans tonight, so I'm not going to be home. I think I have basically 2.5 hours until I need to leave. So we're all going over to Riley's tonight to watch people we meet on vacation. And I know I'm going to have a good time. In this moment, I just feel tired. And I'm like, man, I would love to just like not have to leave my house, especially after yesterday of having to drive up to LA. But I actually went to Riley's like to take Milo, then go to my meeting, then go back to Riley's to pick up Milo, and then come back home. So just like a ton of driving. So it's just the idea of driving right now that upsets me, but I know I'm gonna have a good time once I'm there. So yeah, that's my plans for the evening. But I feel good with the fact that I did my work stuff today. I have some more stuff to do over the next couple of hours, but I've done that, finished the book, and then rough cut everything. It's a bit shorter than like I would love, but at the same time, we read 3 books. I think with reading vlogs, I don't want to give a ton of like updates and thoughts because I want to leave it vague in a sense so that people can like read it and not feel like it's been spoiled for them in any way. I don't know, like I think reading vlogs can be challenging with like spoilers and non-spoilers, but I need to do all of the extras, which takes my brain to do. It's just like, it's fun to do, but at the same time, I don't know if I have the capacity to do it right now, so I'm taking a break. I feel good at where it's at right now as far as like getting the rough cuts, and I did all the like edits as far as when you like kind of zoom out or zoom in, things like that. So now it's like adding all of the background stuff, the overlays, music, the beginning kind of like in today's video, all of that needs to be done. So I'm thinking I'll probably just do it all tomorrow with like a fresh mind and like sleep and rest. And then I'll focus the next 2 hours on relaxing and checking a little bit more of my work stuff. I had a smoothie for breakfast that was so good. And then I had a bagel sandwich, like a breakfast sandwich for lunch. And then I've had 4 Hershey Kisses, which have been fantastic. But I fear I'm needing something else, a bit more substance. Oh, I did make a matcha as well. I didn't drink like half of it. I don't know. I think I was just so locked in with the book, so I didn't drink it. But I need to figure out something because I'm not waiting until 5 p.m. just to get to Riley's. But then I think we're having like pizzas for dinner. Like that just takes time. So I feel like I'm going to need to eat something else before we leave. And proud of myself here because I was going to order food last night. Instead, I had the most absurd amount of girl dinner you've ever, we're not even going to talk about it, but I had that instead of spending $30 on sushi that I was going to have delivered. So proud of me there for saving money and eating what I have. But it just like wasn't a meal in any sense. So I'm going to look at what I have, eat something else, and then I'll check in when I have something to say. You guys, I have entered a flow state with editing. I took a little break and then I just sat down and I was like, let me just see what I can do. And now I think the only thing I have left is the like intro kind of like summary at the beginning where it's just like a montage of clips about what's in the video. And that does take a little bit of work, but not too much. So that's the only thing I have left. And then I could export this thing and have it uploading, which is crazy. Like, I didn't think I would have this up for tomorrow, but I think I will be able to, which is, I don't know, I'm excited about it. Like I said, it's not a terribly long video. It'll be about 18 minutes. So I think that does help because it's not like I had a ton of like montage clips to do all the like scrapbooky vibe that I've been loving to do recently. So there's that. That does help me. And then, yeah, it just takes a little bit of time to go through and make the little beginning intro. So I'm going to go ahead and do that because I still have about 30 minutes before I need to leave and we're just going over to watch a movie. So I'm going to wear this. I have a little bit of makeup on already. Like I don't need anything. So I'm going to just like take Milo out before we leave and then we'll drive over around like 4:30 or so. So I'm going to go ahead and knock this out and get this exporting and see if I can do all of that and hit upload to YouTube before I leave. If not, I'll just bring my laptop with me to upload at Riley's just so I am doing that while it's there, but I'm so proud of myself.
Okay, number 1. Then I think it's 1.5, 1.75, or like 1.52. Like these are tied.
Right. Not 1.52. New Goodreads rating unlocked.
Or yeah, like 1, 1.5, 1.5.
Right.
And then this is where it starts getting trickier because I am a happy place girl because of the friendships. The friendships, everything to me. But I actually just reread Book Lovers. I don't know, like in the summer, of 2025. And I literally was like, this changed my life. But People of Made Up has always been at the bottom, but I just reread it. Mm-hmm. And so it's like fresh in my brain, mm-hmm. in my heart, in my soul.
And now you have
right. And now I have
so
exactly.
It has to be 1.52.
And so and so it's 1.5. And then I think I'm gonna do Oh, I'm so sorry. Happy place. I'm so sorry. I love you so much. And then I'm gonna do 2.
Wait.
What do you mean?
Like this.
Oh, okay.
Like this. Sorry. Like this. And then I'm gonna do. Oh, but I love Book Lovers so much.
That's wild.
It's the only one that has tabs.
You see that? Even though, like, someone has to be a bottom.
Yeah, they can't all just be like this.
Yeah. I mean, actually, yeah.
She goes, actually, they can't.
So I think it's 1.5, and then these are all in the second spot. And that's it. There's no 4,
We're just thinking it's so personal.
5. Or honestly, Happy Place at the bottom. 5. So sad.
That's so hard.
But they're all 5 stars, so like,
But they're all 5 stars.
yeah. So you don't need to. It's
No,
fine.
but they're my babies.
I said when I
Worst
reread
stars.
it, it's 5 stars. My first before I reread this.
Yes.
Okay. Before I reread this, Book Lovers was first. Well, it's okay.
You just
On your elbow when you're flying full boat.
Okay. Well,
It's fine if
Auntie,
he lays on me, but his
Auntie
elbow,
can't
like,
see what other Auntie's doing.
Okay.
Okay, we need to see the process.
Milo really was like, I am I
am part of the MN universe. Where's GBBF?
Okay, first time around reading.
Yes.
It was definitely Book Lovers. Well, okay, wait, the core, what was like the core group?
Yeah.
Beach Read Happy, I mean, I don't really remember, but like, I know. This was definitely at the top.
Okay.
This
You
is
were a review, I think,
I
for
feel
that.
like
yeah, like this
you
one has
gave
tabs.
Lovers vibe.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
I
was eldest daughter.
I
Yes,
really want to
absolutely.
reread. The only one I've reread is Beach Read. What?
What? Okay.
The only
You
one
give
the only one I've reread so far is this one.
Into your life.
And 2 chapters of this one.
2.
We only did
Reread.
one.
Wait, my bookmark's in here.
That's so funny.
Oh, we've had yes.
Oh,
we've
I
had
think
this
we were
talk.
like, we can't just do one, so maybe we started 2.
Oh, 3. Okay, I'm on chapter 3. So I finished 2 chapters. This year, I'm not gonna say like, okay, I'm gonna reread all of these this year, but I feel like
Like
I
you could.
yeah, like if
You
I
absolutely
should.
Okay.
Have you
Wait.
read all of
So this was your last.
yeah, it was still
So it was
still
like this.
It was still,
So it was Beach Read. Yes. Yes.
this is
yes,
now
yes,
like
yes.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Makes sense.
Because I haven't reread this yet, so I'm curious when I reread this one if
You're
it
gonna
will
love
top this one,
Mm.
or if it'll, you know what I mean? 'Cause
I
right
see
now,
what
like this is the one I've reread, so I'm like,
No pressure.
Okay. Yeah. Let's
Like,
put that.
I can do that.
I'm like, yeah. Let's. She's one. I know that.
Okay, these are the easy ones.
Oh.
Wait,
This is probably gonna surprise me. Yeah. That makes sense for you.
Mhm.
I feel like that makes so much sense for you.
Oh my god, that's so interesting.
Yeah.
I think these were definitely 5 stars. Because I
Okay,
see myself in these 2.
Yeah.
This surprised me. I think it was the
Yeah.
side plot that like bumped it. Because I don't relate to the main female character. And then
Mhm.
these were like, I think 4.5. Like I enjoyed them. They're
Yeah.
4.5, but I just didn't relate to the main female character.
Mm.
And that's Emily Henry. for
Yeah.
me. So I can't wait to
This-
do the reread.
Yeah.
for real
That
this
makes
time.
so much. Yeah. That makes so much
I'm
sense.
gonna reread the first 2 chapters again.
On our reread, we were wanting to like write kind of little side notes as we were doing it. Hence, like they're like, "Oh, I'm watching Milo. Like, you should put a date." Because we started it.
Wait, like
The
next
next
like,
week.
annotating?
Yeah.
Maybe we
We
should
should like
go
annotate
to
it.
Megan.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't.
Next.
Well, I feel like I can't include if I haven't read them.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I can't.
Include them.
You know.
Which ones have you not read?
You haven't read GBBL?
Damn it,
Wait, are you gonna read it? Like women's fiction, the
Right.
line.
So like I'm just really in that mood where
Yeah.
I'm like, and that fits
Right.
the bill.
Oh yeah, that makes so much sense. You are a funny story girl. And
But
Beach Read
before
and
this,
Book
like
Lovers.
100%.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You should. I mean, I really resonated with her as
Yeah.
well, but Daphne,
Daphne.
100%.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
That's great.
I rated all these 5 stars, and then this
I'm
one.
surprised. I'm surprised that you're a January girl. I'm surprised you're not a Daphne girl because I relate to Daphne in like so much too.
Good morning. Happy Sunday. It is. We've had a good morning. 8:15. I think we woke up about an hour ago and was just kind of getting up, waking up, doing the normal morning stuff for Milo. I've made a cup of coffee, but I need to put my creamers in it. Posted on my stories this morning. I want to be better about just like consistently posting, but also better engagement. Like on my side, and then offering better opportunities for engagement. Because I don't know about you guys, like I want to engage with the people that I'm following on like Bookstagram, but sometimes like just the way the posts are, like you can kind of only engage in like a compliment, which is fine, but I love more of the like back and forth you can have, or like sharing more of an opinion, like if they're talking about one of their favorite books and I also read it, like being able to gush about that rather than only being able to comment like that I liked their post, because like yeah, it looked cute, but I want to offer more opportunities for both sides. So I was posting on my stories this morning and then going through and like actually taking the time to comment on the post that I was loving this morning, so that was great. And then my video went live, my 5 stars. Guys, I don't know how I did it, but I'm so proud of me. I know we talked about it yesterday, but nonetheless, I'm still proud. This is a video that I don't know about because I want to post it on Thursday, but that means I kind of need to be editing it throughout this week if I want that to happen. It's not going to be the same as my other videos. This I do want to feel more like the Vlogmas minimal editing, the coziness, so that should be easier, but I still want to do a little bit more. So that's my plan. I am now also picking my like next reads because I really want to start Half My Age by Jeanette McCurdy, but I'm doing that as like an audio only, so I also want to do a physical. So we're going to be starting that audio probably tomorrow when I'm getting into work stuff. But the physical I want to start is Seeing Other People by Emily Wibberley and Austin Siegemund Broca. I believe they're married, and they've been like publishing books together. They have like a list, I feel like, of maybe like 6 books. They wrote The Roughest Draft. That was my like favorite book. I mean, I think I gave it like 4.5 stars, but it was just like so good, and I feel like it's underrated. The tension is tensioning. Okay, then they wrote, I guess, Do I Know You, The Breakup Tour, Book Boyfriend, and then Seeing Other People. So I don't know. But this one sounds really interesting and definitely like different than their other books, because this is 2 people haunted by their exes find that love isn't dead in this heartfelt romance. I think the female character, she is being ghosted by her ex, but like, no, really, it's sad. Zach died and became a ghost, but Morgan and Zach only ever went on one date, and she's being haunted by him. And then she's at like a support group, and that's where she runs into Sawyer, our main male character, whose fiance turned ghost has started to fade. So unlike Morgan, Sawyer isn't ready to part ways with his ghost. Although they face opposite issues, Morgan and Sawyer decide to work together to solve their problems. So it's like a paranormal story, but like seems like really interesting, and it could pull at the heartstrings. So I'm excited to read this, and this cover just like looks so cool. So yeah, I think that's what we're gonna start next. I don't know when. So like I said, today's Sunday. I have things I want to do. I have things I want to get done. 2 things that are like heavy on my mind. I want to wash my bedding, and I want to make bread. Now, I'm not a sourdough girl. One, like in general, like I'm not gonna go to the store and buy it, and I'm not gonna pick that when I'm like out at a like restaurant or something. But I know that there are opportunities to make bread with just like flour, and there's recipes that don't require you to let it proof for like 12 hours. I want the most simplest bread recipe I can find to like start with, because I was like, I can't even see it. I got the Dutch oven for Christmas because I wanted to make bread. So we're gonna try that today. I've literally never done anything like this before, so I'm scared, but I do have a couple recipes that seem simple, and I have, so I think some like rosemary, maybe some garlic as well, like I want to throw in to add some flavor to it. So yeah, we're gonna be doing that today. So excited. First things first, I'm looking at the most clutter. Didn't we just clean this? What happened? I'm looking at the most clutter here. So I'm gonna tackle this, put some creamer in my damn coffee, and then put my bedding probably in the wash.
Everyone was standing idly by, trying not to watch.
One thing already on my list with this bread making journey, a bigger sifter, because I bought this for my strawberry syrups. This, I need more than this if I'm supposed to be sifting a lot of flour. So this recipe it's as simple as it gets. It is 3 cups of plain flour, 2 teaspoons of the like instant yeast, 2 teaspoons of salt, and then I think it's a cup and a half of warm water. To each their own, I guess, on warm water. And then I have seasonings I'm going to add, some rosemary leaves, a little bit of onion powder, and a little bit of garlic powder. I'm really wanting the rosemary to shine, hopefully. We'll see. But you mix that, and then you let that sit and rise for 2 to 3 hours is what this recipe is. Again, it's simple. It's a lot quicker. And then you bake it. There's more directions. I'm just not there yet. But then I'm pretty sure like I'm heating up the Dutch oven while my oven is heating, and then like you bake it covered for a little bit and then uncovered for a little bit. So when we get there, we'll go through it. But for now, let's mix together all of these ingredients.
Staying at home, turn off the phone, I will listen to you. You lay in the sheets, you hold on to me like I...
The bread is officially proofing. I'm a little scared, but we'll see what it does. And I set a timer for 3 hours. Is this 2 to 3? Listen, we're doing it early enough in the day. Let's just say 3 hours, call it good. We'll see how it looks in 3 hours. Am I nervous? Absolutely, because never doing this before, and I feel like bread can definitely be finicky. And as much as it's not insanely hard, I just feel like there's a lot of little things that can go wrong that you're like, well, what went wrong this time? So I'm gonna clean up my little mess, and then I'll figure out what I need to do next. Maybe check in on some work stuff. It is now 11:30 and I have been locked in. I'm so proud of myself. I checked my work stuff. I edited 3 reels. That's something that I will easily put on the back burner because I don't mind filming them, but then I kind of forget about them. Or if I get in the mindset to film, I feel like I will do like 3, 4, 5 reels in like one day, and then they just like sit in my phone, and then I feel like it's too late to post them. So I took the time to edit 3 of them today and schedule them to go up over the next like week and a half on both Instagram and YouTube Shorts. So yay. And then work stuff was easy, so that like didn't take too long to kind of check that box. Then I've been keeping up with laundry. I don't think I showed you, but I ended up taking off the couch covers, the ones that are just on like the seat part that I got to protect it from Milo, so not like the actual cushion covers themselves, if that makes sense. But those are now dry back on the couch. My sheets are dry and like pillowcases, so that is back on my bed. And then the only thing drying now is my duvet cover. So I need to get the dryer sheets that are like pet resistant, you know, like fur essentially. Milo doesn't shed a lot, but he definitely sheds a little bit. So I need to get a lint roller. That was the other thing. I had to put on a list. I need a broom because my balcony patio area, it just has like little leaves and things that get there, and there's just not an easy way to get rid of them. So I need a broom, and I just like need a broom. Why don't I have one? I'm 26 years old. Okay, and then lint roller for pet hair, extra sticky. Heck yeah. Oh, should I get that one? I've seen really good reviews. It's like the not a sticky one, but the one that like just gets the hair. Okay, I'll look at it, but I'm gonna order those 2 things like today. I did start the dishwasher. That's drying now, but they're like too hot still to like actually put away. I did go through my fridge as well. I like was just in the mood of doing random things. Like I would go to put something away in my fridge, and then I was like, you should just take the time now to get rid of the things that are like going bad or have gone bad, and now like you're gonna like your trash is filling up. Like I'll see something that's like expired, and then I'm like, okay, I'm not taking out my trash yet, so I don't want to put that in my trash and like have it smell or something. So now that I was like taking out my trash, I went ahead and emptied out my fridge, which I felt proud about. Is there a lot in my fridge right now? Absolutely not. I'm craving a drink so bad. I'm out of like all of my sodas, like the Ollipops and things, so I'm going through withdrawals, if I'm honest. I love carbonation, but I at least need like a cold drink. I'm gonna go find my water bottle. I'm gonna chug that first, but I think my next grocery order needs to include some carbonated beverages because I'm losing my mind. I thought about making a matcha, and that's what I'm still considering, but I need more options. I'm just a drink girl. I'm a drink girl. I need at least 4 options in my fridge at all times. And right now we have milk for like all of the drinks I drank. Chocolate syrup, I can make chocolate milk. I've done that a couple times over the last couple of weeks. But like that's it. And water. Real life, what I'm talking about right now. We have about 30 minutes until my off camera, kind of, my bread can be checked on. I'm starting to smell it. Like the rosemary, garlic, onion powder combo. I'm starting to like smell it in the air, which is like kind of makes me feel like something's going right. I don't know, but I'll check in with you guys probably when we're gonna tackle the bread situation.
We got nowhere to be, just a slow dance with the summer heat. The world outside can't wait a few, 'cause right now we got nothing else to do.
I'm ready to do a taste test, and honestly a cut test, because it looks good. It smells good. How do you cut a loaf of bread? Okay, I need a cutting board because I feel like I'm too scared of hurting the tray it's on. Ew, I hated that sound. That smells so good. This next piece is what we're gonna try. I mean, seems pretty good to me. It comes back! Shut up. I made this. This is good. I actually like it. I was just scared, guys. Obviously, first bread, like, I don't know. This is good, and it was a good amount of seasoning. I didn't measure. I measured on vibes, but I did garlic powder, onion powder, and rosemary leaves. Would love to add thyme as well, maybe next time. How do people store their bread? Because with normal baked stuff, like, you, like, would cut, and you have in, like, containers, but I don't have, like, a container. I'm having a great time. Look at this hair. I have got to wash my hair tonight. But I started seeing other people, and I am at 52% of the way into it. I just sat here, locked in, and read the first 50% in one sitting. So clearly I'm having a great time. I think I talked what this book is about, but we're seeing it all. We're seeing our main female character, Morgan, who is suffering from the funniest ghost in the world, if I'm honest. The like one date she had with Zach, where then he died and basically only remembers that date, so he's like been haunting her. But he's like a funny guy. He's not like malicious haunting, more like just this funny dude that won't go away. And so going to that support group where Morgan finally hit the point, she's like, you gotta go. Like, you've got to go. So she goes to the support group where she meets Sawyer, who is more battling the real side of grief, where his fiance that died 5 years ago is starting to fade, and he's more just scared of actually like 100% losing her. But it's been a fun like relationship we've seen with Sawyer and Morgan, and like kind of the deal they've struck to help each other with their ghosts. Reluctant but fun. Like, they're working through it, and I've loved their two personalities. I will say Morgan from the get-go, she's made me want to be more outgoing. I just love a good outgoing character, not someone that's like stupid, bubbly, like rainbows and sunshines. Like, those characters aren't No, but like the ones that are just like outgoing, accepting, and not like making positive of every situation, but does have a lot of positivity to offer. And is just like willing to problem solve and be patient. Like, I don't know, I'm really liking our characters in this. They're like very like different, but they all work well together. It's just been fun. And so you're kind of not only working with Morgan and Sawyer on their like emotional journey of getting rid of their ghosts. I laugh because Morgan is not like attached to hers, right? She's like, I went on one date with him, but you're seeing Sawyer have a completely different side of emotions. But not only like you're witnessing that, but you're also witnessing Zach pretty on page. Sawyer's fiance situation, like you get less of her in the book, but like Zach is there. And he is such a fun like comedic relief in many moments, but also you're figuring out Zach's kind of life. You're figuring out just like how can we help him move on and move forward. And it's not like Zach really knows because he doesn't have many memories. So it's just been like so interesting. It's less of the like emotional impact I thought maybe this book could have. I didn't know kind of what direction they were going to go with it. So it's not like I've had the kind of tears, if you will, or even just kind of teary-eyed from the emotions of grief and death in this book. It's not like a heavy book in that sense. They do a good job of like keeping it pretty lighthearted. So I'm liking it and I'm excited to continue. I feel like we could totally finish this like tomorrow because I don't know how much more reading I'm gonna do today. I might do some more, but I know that I also want to watch some of these YouTube videos that came out today. So it is only 5 o'clock as well. So we have, you know, a good 4 hours before I should probably get ready for bed. But I also want to take a shower, wash my hair. I should do that. I should feed Milo and then wash my hair because I want it to dry mostly before going to bed. Ah, what a good Sunday. What a good Sunday. It is a little after 3 p.m. and I am done with all of my work obligations for the day, which feels so nice. I'm going to be online and active for the next couple of hours, but I have a bit more freedom. So I want to finally talk with you guys about my book that I started today. So I started listening to Half His Age by Jeanette McCurdy. Whoa. This is her debut, like, novel. So it is a fiction story, but we do know that she's pulling from, like, personal experiences of just being young and exploited and kind of just, I wouldn't say forced to grow up quick, like, yes, but this is more about a fictional story about, like, a 17-year-old and her teacher. Crazy. It is crazy, but also I think anyone, like, any female can take from this and understanding at some point in your life, you have likely been in the position where you are trying to impress a boy. Maybe you're not in the same position she is, or maybe you are, to each their own, but more just like that key aspect of being okay with something you're not really okay with, and reading about that part I think is a little hard for me. I'm not taking the big plot of it so seriously. I feel like I'm not trying to dive deep into those emotions of that, because like, damn, you know what I mean? Like, damn. But I love that Jeanette is the narrator on it. I feel like it makes it feel like this is her story, even though we know it's not identical, but I can imagine that she has been in these positions and like, it just sucks. I think no matter what, it just sucks. Even if there isn't that big of like an age gap, I think it just sucks when any girl, woman is in the position that they're just trying to like please a man and they're just trying to like do anything to keep them. It doesn't mean like he's evil per se. Like, it's not like, oh, they're just like this abusive person and you just like aren't. It's more just like, you know that you aren't getting like an equal in a relationship and you're not being treated as you should in the sense of just someone that is able to love you wholeheartedly. And like that, I think, is just what sucks for any girl or woman. But I'm enjoying the story. The like aspect of the main plot, wild, crazy, someone go check on Jeanette, but the kind of overarching things I'm taking from it, that sucks. That sucks. I'm gonna go ahead and keep heating up my food. Then I'm gonna sit on the couch, watch a couple YouTube videos to kind of wind down. I feel like it was a pretty easy start to the day. It was a little busy, a little chaotic, and then it like mellowed out and I was just able to multitask a bit. Between checking on things, I was able to finish up all the rough cutting of the weekly vlog, which was exciting because I think we're at like 45 minutes, which I feel pretty good about. I'm wanting to vlog at least today and tomorrow, which I know today is towards the end, but usually Mondays I have a ton of meetings, so I feel like I know that I'm not going to be vlogging probably until I'm done with work in general for any video on Mondays, so hopefully we can spend the evening together and then I'll be able to probably talk with you guys more throughout the day tomorrow. But you guys, Milo was laying behind the tripod. He got up, walked around the tripod, and is now laying like in front of it. But like in the same, against, like what are we doing? Maybe he just felt like he was a little too far. He's like, maybe I should move a foot closer to mom because what if she needs me? I'm gonna finish heating up my food and then relax for a little bit and then I'll come back and check in. It's 5:15, so it's been a little bit. I wrapped up work stuff. I was watching some YouTube videos. I decided to watch the first episode of His and Hers, the adaptation of Alice Feeney's book, which I knew I read, but I was like, I remember nothing of this book, and I still don't. But you guys, it made me go back and find a vlog where I talked about it. And it was a Summerween weekly vlog. No, well, I guess kind of. Summerween vlog. And that was so crazy to watch and like skim through. Like take me back. And why was that nostalgic? That was crazy. It was so cool to see that. But that didn't help me because being the great reviewer I am, I didn't like give any like spoilers. So I know that I gave it 5 stars. That was pretty early into my reading journey. It was like 2023. So I'm not sure what that means, but I clearly really enjoyed it. And there have been things revealed to us in the first episode. It's a 6-episode series. And in the first episode, things were revealed that I was like, what? And then I was like, wait, no, like that kind of makes sense. I also didn't do a Goodreads review. I just did the 5-star rating. JC, please. I do want to be better about reviews in general and adding a bit more, like in a non-spoiler way, adding more to it that I can like dive deeper rather than just like good book. But like there's things that you can say and do that aren't spoilers, so I want to be better about that just because I feel like it is nice to read those reviews. And when it's like a book that I love and I see someone reviewed it, like I want to know all their thoughts while understanding they're not going to put like a full spoiler review. It's like I want to know more. I want to know more of your thoughts. So it's like I know anyone reading it wants more than just had a great time. Characters are fun, you know what I mean? So I am going to work on that this year. I have a little snack. I have a YouTube video playing. I didn't want to binge His and Hers. I just wanted to watch one episode. I like it. I'm going to continue it. But I'm watching one video that's almost done. And then I'm going to try to finish Seeing Other People. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I feel like it's definitely attainable. It's only 5:15. I have the evening to do this, and I'd like to finish it, so fingers crossed I do. I will check in later, hopefully when I finish the book.
Days without water along the sun-soaked road.
Are my eyes puffy? Like, you guys, I sobbed uncontrollably at the end of Seeing Other People. I need to hydrate after all of the tears I shed. It's honestly been over an hour since I finished it. However, it put me in such like an emotional, nostalgic, I don't know, state to where We'll get back to the book in a second. But I was about to take Milo out to go to the bathroom one last time before we head to bed, and I'm watching this like Instagram reel, maybe YouTube short, I can't remember. But it's of like this mom and the family watching their daughter do their first gymnastics event and competition, I guess. And at the end, she was like, oh, like, we're so proud of you, like speaking like to her daughter through the camera, as if like her daughter's gonna see this and like see her mom say that she's proud of her. And then it goes to like the entire family, just like a cute like short message saying like, we're so proud of you. And it just like made me cry, because I'm like, how lucky am I to have my mom who was there through every single sporting event and like handled me as an athlete the best that she could have. But just more importantly, like having a supportive parent like that just like loves you unconditionally and like wants you to succeed and puts the effort in finances. It costs money to be an athlete, unfortunately. And like she did that and she showed up, and it just like made me cry thinking about it. And just like how lucky I am, because not everyone has supportive parents, but even one supportive parent, and it's just like, that's devastating. Oh my god. So I like sobbed. Okay, I can get ready for bed, but that was a lot. Ugh, okay, anyways, this book. You guys, I don't even know. Okay, so the overall book is lighthearted with grief. As someone that like is very sensitive to grief and like death, and like it can easily pull at my heartstrings, I can say like this book is not meant, or like not written in a way that like is making you sad the entire book. However, at the end, like the whole premise of the book is like these two main characters are working together to like bring their ghosts like peace and like help them pass on, if you will, move forward, if you will. And so ultimately these ghosts are gonna have to like move on. And one of the ghosts you see a lot more on page than the other, and like that's intentional. It's such a beautiful story. And so the one that you're like getting to know as a reader, you're working to help them move on. And so at the end of the book, when that's like happening, like I felt the grief. And in that, I think those emotional parts are what I was like then translating into my life. And that was just like, holy sob fest. Unplanned. I was not prepared for that. I was like, this is such a good book. We've had a lot of like comedic relief throughout it. And like, it's been like emotional at times. It's not like it hasn't been like real or raw or like sad, if you will, but like no one could have prepared me. I was unwell. But I want to think that like someone who isn't as like familiar with grief and loss and everything like wouldn't sob uncontrollably. Like you may just like tear up and feel like the element of sadness of like losing one of your characters in a way, but like in a good way. I don't know, man, but that took me by surprise. And I was like, I can't stop crying. And now I'm so tired, I'm gonna sleep great. But I'm gonna go ahead and go to bed now. Glad we finished the book, I guess. That was just like crazy. Also, I need to change into different clothes. I need to change into different pajamas. It's just hard because like I can sleep in this, but I've taken Milo out enough in this outfit, so no. It's considered outside clothes at this point. Okay, I'm gonna go to bed, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for another day. Good morning. I think it's about 8:30. We kind of slept in today. I think I woke up around like 7:45, but I've done like the morning stuff with Milo, but I'm about to make myself a protein smoothie. I'm just not in the mood for the breakfast sandwich yet, but honestly, might have both. May just be like an hour and I'm like, okay, I want a sandwich. I have YouTube going. Guys, I'm so excited because Alyssa posted a video and it's an hour and a half. Yes, I'm probably gonna watch it 3 times today because it's been playing all morning. I haven't actually watched it, so I need to rewatch it later to like actually watch it for real, but that will probably only be a 50% watch because I'll like put it on while I'm working. And then we're gonna have to watch it a third time to like watch it for real beginning to end. I'm so excited. Okay, Southern California, she's back, she's thriving. I think the high is 80 degrees today. Whoa, I think we've been kind of inching towards like highs of 70, but this is kind of a jump and it's like here to stay. I'm pretty sure we have highs of like just upper 70s for the next week, and I'm really excited because my pools are open all year. I would love to go to the pool a couple times, and I would love to make a trip to the beach. With or without Milo, I don't know yet, but I would love to do it at least once because I haven't been to the beach in so long. It is harder with Milo, whether or not I'm making the decision to bring a puppy to the beach with sand and he's someone that just wants to eat everything. That's scary. Or two, it's just like far enough away, so then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be leaving him, but like how long would I be gone? It's just hard. So I gotta figure that out in the new year. I feel like I talked about slowly figuring out how to like get my hobbies back into a routine part of my life since getting a puppy, but the beach is still one that I'm struggling with. And just errands in general, like I need to work on it. I think it's just hard living in an apartment-esque complex with neighbors because more than anything, I just fear him reaching a point that he's very unhappy and just like barking for hours on end. Like that's the fear I have. So that's just a me thing that we need to work on that, so I can see time and time again that if he does bark, maybe it's only once, or you know, he's just not doing that because he's really not. I just don't want to like him to reach that point. And so that's like my fears. So that's what we're working on in 2026. And that's on that. I think it should be a pretty slow work day. I mean, I have some things to do, but it's just not like something packed with meetings for me. So happy with that. And like my specific workload is a lot of just like my normal day-to-day tasks. So let's hope that it's a chill day. We can yap a little bit. Maybe we'll start our next book. I'm thinking of starting that Shay Earnshaw book, the purple fantasy thing is like Beautiful Maddening or something. It is a YA, which I don't normally like, but I like Shay Earnshaw's books. It's a comfort. I'm hoping for just like not another just like adult romance and not something that's just gonna make me bawl my eyes out. Sue me. Okay, let's make a smoothie. It is 10:20 and I have made a cup of coffee, so I'm proud of myself for having breakfast first and then like letting that sit for a bit and now having a cup of coffee. Also, it's so weird being in shorts. I don't know the last time I wore shorts. It's just like an odd feeling. So good. Okay, we have a couple things I want to talk about. So first things first, I know this is going live before I was going to be doing any filming, so I want you guys to go vote on my community page if you haven't already. I posted a poll over there today about wrap-up and TBR videos. I'm wanting to bring them back. I just don't know the best way because as much as I can create them, I want to create what you guys would want to watch. I used to film wrap up and TBR videos combined because I just like liked the fact that it was going to be a longer video versus shorter, and like I broke it up in such a way that if you just wanted the TBR, like I gave you the timestamp, you can jump to that, or you could just watch the wrap up, like it didn't matter. So I kind of like that. However, I stopped making them because I stopped watching them from other creators. I go like in and out of watching those kinds of videos. Wrap ups in particular, I started to ignore or like skip because the creators I was watching, I felt like they were spoiling the book, like unintentionally, because when you're just talking about your feelings and your thoughts on it, I felt like I was getting more than like the synopsis. And I mean, that's where it's so hard reviewing books because even your emotions to it can be taken as spoilers. So I just steered away from it so I could choose how blind I wanted to go into a book. But then sometimes I do watch them and I love them because I'm finding new recommendations, and especially if the review is like concise and really just giving you like the vibes and if they liked it or not, like if they recommend it, then that's perfect because I'm like, oh, I hadn't even heard of that book before. I love books that are in that setting. I'm gonna go check that out. And then same with TBR videos. I like them sometimes. I just don't generally watch shorter videos, like under, I don't know, 15 minutes or under, because I just want to be able to put something on and not have to decide whatever I'm watching next, like only in 15 minutes. So I feel like the isolated TBR videos, I just haven't watched a ton of, but I would like them more because you're getting the like spoiler free of it all, but like you just don't know if they would recommend it or not. But I still find new books that I could be interested in and I can go check out myself, because especially the like TBR jar videos when they're like, oh, find a book that blank, and like that blank could be a trope that I like, and it's like, oh, I didn't even know that book had that trope, I'm gonna go check that out. So I like them. I'm just very like particular, I guess, and I'm hit or miss. Like I go in and out of watching those videos. So all that to say, that's why I stopped posting them, but I want to bring them back. I posted a poll of basically, do you guys want them combined as one video, separate videos, or do you just want like one over the other? Like, girl, I'm not going to watch your wrap-up video because I watch all the vlogs, or, I mean, even that, I'm not going to read every single book in a vlog, but nonetheless, I'm not going to watch the wrap-up because I don't want to risk spoilers, or I'm not going to watch the TBR video because I'm going to watch the wrap-up, or I want to see what you actually read. You know, like, I just want to know people's thoughts and opinions because I feel like I think about this a lot. Not like for me posting, but just like the concept of them overall. I feel like I talk a lot about it with other like content creators on the book community. So there's that. Please go vote. Second thing, you guys, I finished Half His Age by Jeanette McCurdy. Okay. So I posted my review on Goodreads. I'm not doing a rating for it. Just don't really know how that, I don't know. But I wrote, I feel like, a pretty good review on my thoughts because I still have the same thoughts as yesterday as far as, really it's the same thoughts, okay? The story finished, but it's the same thoughts. First, Jeanette. Like, we gotta check on her. Is she okay? Because she's pulling from real life experiences, like we know that. And so it's like she's pulling from that to create this story. So you're just like, babes, what have you experienced that's making you create this story? Do you need a hug? I feel like she needs a hug. And maybe a beer. I don't know. So we have that. That's one part of this. The other part is, I know that so many, unfortunately, like girls, because we're thinking about these high schoolers, are in these positions. This is not a unique plot in a way. It's just some you see, like some are found out, some are not, but we do see so many young girls being groomed. I have a hard time with this, like intentionally or unintentionally by an older man, where like the girl just has issues of self-worth and self-confidence, or she's so young she's developing that, hello, and like that is just something unintentionally or not taken advantage of in these power dynamic relationships. So maybe they're even legal and of age and she's 18 or 19 and then now developing a relationship with someone, I don't know, 10 plus years older than her, but she's still not developed, so it's like not okay. So there's that side of this, okay? But I feel like the part that I was like drawn to as like my own experiences were heavily to do with me as a high schooler and me in like early college when I'm developing my own self-worth and self-confidence, and just like the premise of a girl having a crush on a boy. Like that's really it. And just what we would do to like get their attention, to try and keep their attention. For what? Like, babes, why are we getting dressed for today thinking, will he like this shirt? Go get your education. Like, no. And just the premise of staying up late to talk to them and like taking anything sexual away, it's just like those little things that we would do for a boy. And that is something that's just like so aggravating to think about now, because I'm like, no, like you go on a date with someone to see if you like them, not to see if like, not to make them like you. You know what I mean? Like, oh, it's frustrating. It's frustrating to think about my younger self, and also so many girls out there now. I mean, it starts really in middle school, right? Like, let's just be honest. But I'm just really thinking about like the high school years for me. And it's just like so frustrating. So I feel like that's what I took from this story. And it was just loud and clear. Took me back. Nostalgic in a sense. But then obviously this storyline is a bit different than my high school experience. But I think, you know, women can experience this in their early 20s as well, of just like you're still young in life and you can be uncertain of things and you could still be pulled into those same kind of power dynamic relationships. So I don't want to say that it can only happen to a high schooler, but it's just high school's even worse. You're so underdeveloped, it's insane. So that was that book. I do recommend it because I think there's something that you can like connect to when you take away the big overarching story, if you will. But finish that book. I think I want to go ahead and start on audio while I'm working The Beautiful Maddening by Shay Earnshaw. This looks so pretty. I don't know the plot. I do know that's YA, which is a little scary because I just like don't usually like that. But she's a 17-year-old. Okay. So I think they're cursed with like love. It's kind of weird. The family is cursed for like anyone that comes across them or has their like blood, like they love them. And so like her brother's like taking advantage of that. He's like, this is amazing, I love this curse. And she's like, no, because I want a meaningful connection. It's kind of reminding me of The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. If you know, you know. But she's like, but when she meets a boy who seems unaffected by the family curse, Lark finds herself falling headlong into a feeling she spent her whole life trying to avoid. Yet all curses and magic come with a price, and the town of Cutwater soon sinks into dangerous sickness tied to Lark and the ill-fated tulips. Aw, it says to break the spell and save the town, she'll need to sacrifice everything, even true love. It's devastating. Okay, we're gonna start this next. It is 3:30 and I am done with all of my work like obligations for the day, but I will continue to check things over the next couple of hours. But I want a little break. I'm gonna watch some YouTube, I'm gonna eat a little snack, some apples, and then I'm gonna get started on the book. Honestly, just kind of got caught up with work stuff and other little tasks, so I didn't end up starting the audio of The Beautiful Maddening, but I do hope to start that today. So let's eat some apples and watch some YouTube. I hate the overhead lighting in here, but I do know that it makes for filming in the evenings a lot better. So until I get all the cozy lighting that I want for my place, that's a goal I have for 2026, is just continuing to make this space a home, I have to suffer with the bright, fluorescent, uncomfortable lighting. But I have some updates for you guys. Where's my book? Oh. I did go ahead and start, as you guys saw, The Beautiful Maddening by Shay Earnshaw. I am like nearly 60% of the way into this. I'm on chapter 11, very long chapters, but I'm on page 175. Keep in mind, as a YA book, I'm pretty sure a lot of them are like this, where like the margins are pretty large and like the font, I feel like it's spread out well. So like 175 pages in this book, so different than like the adult fantasies I read. So do with that information what you will. I'm having a good time. I mean, I don't have that many thoughts. I know it's like 175 pages in, but their books are just books to keep me company, but in the best way. Like, I just am here to have a good time. I don't want to use my brain a whole lot. I just want to be entertained. And like, that's what I'm getting from this. You're just following a fun, whimsical story about these high school aged kids doing what they're doing. I mean, she's confused, our main female character is confused that this guy doesn't seem affected by her family's curse and like isn't swooning over her, if you will. And so you have that underlying mystery of kind of like why, but all she wants to do is get out of this town, away from this curse, if you will, and she's staying because she is intrigued by this boy. What did we just read about half his age? I mean, granted, it's not a professor, but still, babes, get out of town. Start living your life. I'm making dinner. That's the other thing. I had thawed out a chicken breast. I think technically I put it out 2 nights ago. So it was like overnight and then all of yesterday. So I knew I needed to cook it today. So we're having chicken Alfredo, which I'm excited about. I'm trying to be more intentional with my money. So that includes grocery shopping. I think that's a big way I can. I wasn't going crazy, but I just wasn't really paying attention and thinking about meals. So I saw that I had, I think, fettuccine noodles, and then I had chicken breast I knew in the freezer. So I like bought Alfredo sauce, and that was simple. It was very cheap, knowing I could have that a couple times. So we have the water boiling here in a minute, and then I'm going to get cooking on the chicken breast, and then continue to hang out. I'm going to listen to like YouTube videos. I'm going to have them on while I'm cooking, but it's been a cozy day and productive reading day. That's a surprise. I mean, I don't know, I'm just like flying through that book and that's crazy. So that's my update, and I will check in probably after I finish eating dinner. I have eaten dinner, washed my face. I feel fantastic. It's 7:40. I'm thinking we watch one episode of His and Hers. Also, dinner was good. Sometimes chicken can be a little scary, right? So it was good. And then my mom called me and then got off the phone with her, took Milo out, and she FaceTimed me again. So 2 lovely chats with my mom about concert tickets, essentially. Like she was talking about her experience. She's wanting to get BTS concert tickets, and then that moved us towards Harry Styles discussions because I want in on that for Harry Styles. I feel like her and her friend group, they just get tickets. I like the face value. They're not going through the Hunger Games like I feel like I go through. So I'm like, girl, just know that they are thinking of me when they're also purchasing those tickets. I'll give them money, you know? So discussing that, I see that he is heavily rumored to be doing another residency at Madison Square Garden. I want to go back to New York so bad, and I feel like this is the perfect excuse. So if it happens, it happens. But I'm gonna now go watch an episode of His and Hers. I think just 1, because if I watch 2, I feel like that pushes me past 9, and I do try to be like done with watching any like shows or anything before 9, by 9, whatever. But then like I'll put on like a YouTube video when I go into my room and like relax, but that's like a wind down time, not like TV show I'm watching time. It makes sense. Okay, I will see you whenever I finish the episode. Be honest, is this crazy? I'm like looking at the viewfinder, but it's just too dark in here, so I literally put my flash on. I just made myself a bowl of ice cream. I have Oreos and cream. I don't normally get this, but I was in the mood for it, so I added it to my recent grocery haul order. So we're having that for the first time. Excited. Well, not for the very first time, but like opened it for the... Anyways. I watched the episode 2 of His and Hers. So good. I don't remember any of the twists and turns and reveals of this book, so I'm very excited to pretty much be here blind, having a good time. I'm now watching 1 YouTube video, and then I'm going to take Milo out for the last potty break of the night, then we're going to go to bed. We are here to end the first weekly vlog of 2026. I have had such a good time this week. It's really felt like one long Vlogmas video. I felt like it was getting back to like the FaceTimey feel of the OG weekly vlogs. I know many of you guys found my channel during that time when I was consistently filming and posting them, and they were your favorite videos, and you were sad when I stopped filming them. I was sad when I stopped filming them as well. I just needed a break. I was burnt out on vlogging every single day, so I definitely want the weekly vlogs to stay for 2026. I just need to make sure I do them right, I do them healthily, and we ease our way back into doing them a bit more on like a consistent, reliable schedule. So I hope you guys love the first one back. If you guys had a good time, please comment down a sun emoji. I'm not really like a comment down below an emoji per video kind of girl, but I just want to yap with you guys if you have anything to say. Like I feel like the weekly vlogs are yapping vlogs and they can generate a lot of conversation in the comments, and like I think that's just like my goal for this video is if you have anything from this weekly vlog that you want to yap about, I want to yap too. So cheers to the first weekly vlog of 2026. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one.